How's it going, everybody? Joys of Sorrow. Welcome to the Joys of Sorrow channel. So I'm back from my little day trip to the Slabs, and I've been back for a while now. I actually just got up maybe an hour and a half ago. Um, I stopped by at Cold Steel, not even 24 hours before I left to the Slabs, and this right here is the handle to my Cold Steel Rifle Hawk, or at least the original handle. I went ahead and actually missed in a swing and got a good hit of it there. I didn't splinter it off or anything. It just kind of dented the wood there. So I went to Cold Steel because I wanted to get a replacement. But I had watched a video on YouTube not too long ago, and somebody actually modified their Rifle Hawk by doing a few things. And I think I'm probably going to end up doing that. And the first step is to replace the short handle with the long one-handed handle that is used for the Cold Steel Warhammer and the Viking hand axe. So, yeah, I'm going to build what I'm going to call the Cold Steel Warhawk. Now, I did not give the that name to this particular style of design. There's another YouTuber. I'll try to remember who it was and put their name in the description. That did something similar, and they pretty much inspired me to do the same. You know, so it's not there's no hole in there yet for the screw, but it definitely feels much more controllable with the longer handle. A lot more easier to wield. Again, I'm not going to try to do any crazy swings because it's just kind of just pressed in. Still going to shape the wood. Got to shape the wood a little bit for the head there. I am still going to, I know a lot of people don't like using the screws, the head screws that go in there. Now, I'll admit the stock ones, I don't. So if you actually take a look at this one I have right here, this one is actually much more extended than the stock one. This is, I think, 2.5 times or 3 times the length amount. So if we put it to there, we're almost halfway in. That's a little more secure. But yeah, this is the first step to building my own custom Warhawk, and I'm excited. I will try to fill you guys in on the step, as I'm progressing through the project, let you know what I've done to it and everything. But the other inspiration too for this was I got the Cold Steel Viking throwing axe, or the Norse Hawk, and for Andrew or the Wasteland Librarian from Slab City, and I got Corn, one like this one, the Rifle Hawk. Now, because of some of the cosmetic issues with hers and Wasteland Librarians, I actually had to repaint the metal. I have to admit, I was a little jelly, and I liked how the axe had turned out. So I think I'm actually going to do the same thing for this one. I'm going to see if maybe I can find a slightly darker color. It's not going to go all black like my Viking hand axe, my custom one. But I would like a darker steel color. Might even blue it, but who knows? We'll see. So, yep. Just wanted to let you guys see what I was up to. I also let people know I'm back from the Slabs. Made it home safe. Today I got tank maintenance to do. Oh, you know what? Since I'm here on the subject, why don't I just show you guys here? So these two, just get this mail off of here. These are two 10-gallon tanks that I've acquired from the $1 per gallon sale. I actually have glass tops on them, These are glass tops that I made. I went to Home Depot, bought some of the 3/32 glass. I was a 20-inch by 16, and they're like about $5 and change a piece. So I bought two, and I made my own DIY lids. Now these lids, obviously I can't use a hang on the back filter. However, that's fine because with these setups I'm going to be experimenting with internal filters. I've never actually used internal filters before, so I have two versions right here. I have the Aqueon 10-gallon internal filter. Now this version is the one for their shrimp kits. That was on sale, so I picked that up. And then I'm using the Top Fin, which is the PetSmart brand internal filter, and it's rated for 10 to 20 gallons according to them. It does about 97 gallons per hour. I want to say this one does around the mid 80s to low 90s. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. But one of these is going to be a quarantine tank or a hospital tank. The other is going to be just another aquarium. I'm actually thinking this one right here will most likely be the hospital tank. Main reason being is the top fin filter. If you take off the actual filter cartridge, there's enough room in there for you to squeeze in one of these aqua clear fine, well, they have them in different ones. They have them fine and coarse foam sponges. And the reason you would do that in a hospital tank is you don't want to use the packets that are sold with these because those things contain activated charcoal. And if you're medicating the tank, which that is pretty much the purpose of a hospital tank or a quarantine tank, it's to watch brand new fish that you bought so that they make sure that you don't no illnesses. Obviously, if they're not sick, you don't have to treat it. However, if they are sick, you will have to put medication and stuff into the tank. So doing it with the sponge in there, you still have both mechanical and biological filtration because beneficial bacteria will stick to that sponge. And it will still filter debris and stuff like that. And it won't remove the meds. Another reason I picked a 10-gallon for the hospital tank, not a bigger one. The medications all come in small little packets that are meant to be used, or they're measured in 10-gallon volumes. So when I had to medicate this tank there, it's a 29-gallon, but I had to use 3 packets of each medicine. And there's 3 different medicines. It cost me over almost $60 to medicate that whole tank. I don't want to go through that again. So with this, I only use 1 packet of each medication at a time, and I'm going to save money there doing so. Now, I can honestly skip on these filters, and I could just throw in, filter sponges, sort of like this one right here. Like Alien's got one of these now that I took to him. His is way bigger because his is meant for about 180 gallons. This is, I believe, a 40-gallon one. So, I can run 2 of these 40-gallon ones inside there, and that should provide sufficient filtration. And this runs off of an air pump. So not only would I have the filtration, but I'd also have bubbles in the water to, give more, put more oxygen into the water and all that shit. Now, the only thing I am missing in this one here is a heater. This one has a heater already. That's the beneficial bacteria that I'm going to use to cycle. That's something I'm thinking of using just as a place for the fish to hide. This tank is pretty much going to stay bare bottom because it's a medication tank. There's going to be no substrate in there. What I will do is I will put on some fake plants. No real plants, just fake plants, small plants. So again, so the fish has somewhere to hide and not stress out so much. but again, this is a medication tank. The heater on this tank, I do want to point out, is actually adjustable. Just get this off there. So you see that knob right there? That is an adjustable heater, and it can go in up to the 90s. Obviously, I'm not going to do that, but that is very important for a hospital tank setup, because apparently some diseases you can actually help the fish recover by adjusting the temperature. If you make the temperature a little warmer than what they're used to, that can help them fight off bacteria. In some cases, I even hear that just with the heat alone, certain fish illnesses can be cured. So I'm definitely going to use that. Now, I bought that on Amazon, so that's also going to be something that I'll be testing over time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So this was supposed to be a video just on the future Warhawk here, but yeah, Warhawk and the other tanks. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.